This is another segment on high grade from Goldfield. I had a couple people ask me about showing some close-ups of the ore. So I'm going to show some close-ups here. Talk a little about it. What's kind of neat and interesting about the Florence ore is that it is full of ites, meaning that it's a sulfide ore. There is some telluride in some of the pieces, but it's mainly goldfieldite, alunite, famatonite, bismuthinite, and the main country rock is Milltown andesite. So let me get a piece here. I can show you. I had to wet the specimen a little bit. So the white is quartz, cryptocrystalline quartz, and then the you can see the gold, and then the real dark areas are the famatonite, and then down to the bottom area there's some minute gray needles coming up from the bottom, and that's the bismuthinite. Pretty complex ore. And this specimen is from the engineers, and it's very, very rich. The middle portion of the rock is a Milltown andesite, and then you have that band of gold with cryptocrystalline quartz tied in with it. And then that dark area there is a band of bismuthinite and famatonite, and then the white is alunite. And there's a little bit of goldfieldite in there too. Can't see it, but it's there. So there's a lot of ites in that ore. Neat piece. That's from the engineer's lease. Very rich. And then another specimen from the Florence, which is here. Shows Milltown andesite, a band of solid gold with cryptocrystalline quartz, and then alunite. I guess I didn't even need the water for that one. That's a neat piece right there, in its raw form. Let me see if I could get it wet and then show you the bismuthinite crystals. Yeah, you could see them there. So there's minute gray needles, and then there's a dark band of famatonite, and that alunite, which is the very white section of the ore, and then the gold with the cryptocrystalline quartz, and the kernels of brecciated Milltown andesite. But that travels all the way around. It's a nice band. Nice band of gold. And here's a specimen. This is a larger specimen, so I have to get back. Now, a lot of people would just pass that brown up as rust. But that's the band of gold running in that piece of ore. And this is from the Little Florence. But just a large, large band. It encompasses the whole piece. This piece is about 2 pounds. Well, maybe almost 3. It's pretty heavy. And I'll wet that and just see what that looks like wet. Yeah, with the Goldfield ore, it's just very, very, very tough to find the high grade from just low grade ore, except just that little band of brown, which is the gold with the cryptocrystalline quartz. The gold is so fine that it's, I think it's around, I don't know, 300-400 mesh. It's just really, really, really fine. And I said, as I said in the last segment, you could run a metal detector over it and it wouldn't even ring it. And here's a piece of probably close to 2,000 ounce ore. Just solid throughout. And the only thing I could find in this is cryptocrystalline quartz and gold. Maybe a little bit alunite. There's another nice piece, just bands of finely disseminated gold. And you could see the fematinite and bismuthinite. A lot of goldfieldite and alunite in this piece. Just very, very rich. Sorry for shaking around. It's just I have the camera zoomed real close, so it almost looks like I am nervous. Here's a nice piece with a nice band. About 1/8 of an inch band all the way around. Showing the Milltown andesite. And then the gold. And then the fematinite and bismuthinite that's in that dark area. A little bit of alunite and quartz. Nice, nice thick piece. Get that side wet. That would add up real quick if you had a ton of that. Okay. But those are the pieces. Here's a real brecciated piece of high grade. Like I said, the characteristics of this ore at the Florence mine is just really, there's a big difference in what it looks like. The brecciated kernels of Milltown andesite, You see the dark spots, it's fematinite. I don't see any bismuthinite in here, but it's there, just in small amounts, but it's just a rich piece. Which is rich to where this is, when this piece was cut, it shows the solid pieces of gold, which usually the gold is finely disseminated, but in this one it's pretty solid. Nice pieces. And there's another nice one from the engineer's lease. Just really pretty stuff. Showing a nice band of gold around that Milltown andesite and the bismuthinite and the fematinite. A little bit alunite. Just so pretty. They say I haven't had it tested, but they say the gold runs about 920 to 940 fine. That's why it's got that beautiful rich luster, and that's how the other specimens look too. It's just that this one is so rich that it shows that beautiful metallic luster without a 10 power lens. But all the rest of them here would do the same. It would show that rich metallic luster. And I'm going to go by these one more time now so you can see the different characteristics of this ore. I also wanted to show a piece from Golden Arrow, which is in another district. But this is another one that George Wingfield and George Nixon, they bought a few mining properties there close to Golden Arrow. And this is a piece from one of the mines at Golden Arrow. Pretty rich. And I wanted to show you a piece from the Sandstorm Kendall in Goldfield, showing how different it is from the Florence. Pretty rich piece of ore. And this was found below Oriental, which is about 4 miles south of Gold Point. Very nice, rich. That was cut, but showing the solid bands of gold, showing how high of a concentration